Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be building another trap base for Rust. Now the design I'm going to show you today, you only really need to know sort of the basic parts to it, and you can build your own base pretty much around it. Now the first thing you need to do is just to place an external wooden wall on a flat piece of ground directly in front of you, and then to place another high external wooden wall directly opposite it like that, so that there's a very small gap between the two, again, just make sure that they are very much level with each other. The next thing you do is take a foundation piece. You need to place this as close to the spikes as possible and as high as possible. It's very important that you get it as close and as high. So again, just have a little play around and see how high and close you can get it so it will let you build. I'm just going to give this one a try. Build some foundation steps up towards that, and then build foundation squares all around the spikes. Now if you've done it right, you should just about be able to place this piece here. It does go through the spikes a bit, but that's what you want. So if you've done it right, you should be able to build all the way around just like that. The next thing to do is to place some walls around the spikes here. Again, you'll need to make sure that the strong part of the wall is facing outwards, and just be a bit careful when you're doing this, because the spikes can still stab you through the walls if you get a bit too close. Now the next thing to do is to get some stairs just over here so you can get up on top, and place a couple of floor pieces here and here. Now if you've done it right, you should be able to place two floor pieces on top of the spikes there. If it won't let you place a floor piece on top of the spikes, it's because this first piece here that you did isn't high enough, so you need to start again and get this a little bit higher. But if you have done that piece high enough, then it will allow you to play two floor pieces just on the top, and you'll see if you were to walk on these, you're instantly impaled. You can't jump, you can't run, you can't escape basically. So just test it, make sure you've got a sleeping bag nearby if you do test it. But so that's the first stage done, and once you've done that, you should have something that looks a bit like this. Now once you've done that, there's a couple of door frames to place. You want to put one there, one there, one there, one there, and then also place a couple of windows there and there. The next thing to do is just to go back down here. I'm just going to extend the base a little bit so it's not too cramped. So I'm going to chuck a couple of these down at the back and add a couple onto the side there. Again, the next thing to do after that is just to go around and drop your walls down around the outside like so. Now this will allow you to place the floor pieces, sorry, that you need to continue with the build, just like this. And again, you just need to wall this second floor off as well. Okay, so once you've done that, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Okay, so what you need to do then is to come back into the base. Now this is the second floor. We go into the airlock room, and that's the trapped spike area just out there. So you need to place a door on each of these door frames here. Don't put a lock on these two though. And then place two doors either side of here. You need to put code locks on these two, because these are for your airlock, and then just wall off this room as well. Again, just making sure that the strong side is facing inwards towards the airlock. So once you've placed locks on both the doors to your airlocks, as I said, don't place any code locks on these two, just the two here. You can then move on to your next stage, which is to place a ladder hatch just here. So jump up your ladder hatch and then place the floor down on this next level here. And then what you're going to do here is build another airlock on top of this one, but very slightly different. So I'm going to put two door frames here, just like this. I'm going to place one floor piece there, but what I'm also going to do is put another ladder hatch just here. Now, the reason I'm placing this ladder hatch, I'll come to that in a moment, but it's important that you do have a ladder hatch above the airlock below that leads down there. But again, make sure you put a code lock on this one. And then just place two wall pieces here. Another window on either side here. and then just wall off this secondary airlock as well. Once you've done that, just place a final wall around the outside, and then just cap it off with a roof as well. So now I've just come back down to the bottom floor as well, just to finish this off. I'm just going to wall across there, put a doorway there, and do the same on the other side here. So once you've finished walling the bottom, just get rid of your stairs here and put a ladder hatch in instead, and then put a couple of doors on either side of the front, again making sure that you've got code locks on these two. So like I said, you don't need to build this exactly this way. I've gone quite big with my base. You don't need to build it this big at all, but once you have finished the outline, you should have something that looks a bit like this, certainly with these two squares here, which are going to be your trap squares. So the next thing to do is to grab a foundation staircase, lead it up to one of these two here, and then simply place a U-shaped staircase there. And then you just want to place two low walls just there like that. So what's going to happen is someone's going to come up to your base, they're going to see these stairs up here, they're going to make their way up, and they're going to jump this low wall here. They're going to see the two doors below are locked, they're going to see these two aren't locked. Like I said, you can put some furnaces and boxes or whatever just through the windows, so it's quite tempting for someone to look in. They're going to hop this fence here, and straight away they're going to be stuck and they're going to die. Now when someone does jump over, get stuck on your spikes and die, all you then need to do is to walk into your airlock, open the door, and you should be able to loot the body from one of these two doors here. Now the reason I put that ladder hatch just up there is because what some people will do, if people know this is a trap base, or for example if someone leaves the door open like that, what people might do is jump up onto the steps here. If they know it's a trap base, they might jump straight across, and they might be able to just about make their way in without dying. So then you've got someone sort of rattling around in here, which you don't want. So the reason that I put the ladder hatch up here is that if you do get someone who manages to jump in or manages just about to get across the spikes, you can just jump in here, pop a grenade down, shut the door again, and take care of them. Obviously make sure that you've got doors with locks on this airlock above here. The other thing I like to do is just to add two floor pieces. This is on the top level, just coming out here. And I like to add a couple of lampshades or ceiling lights just here as well, and it just adds a bit of bait to your base. People are going to walk past, see the lights on, and think it looks quite appealing, especially at night. If people see lights on, they're going to come straight over here thinking they're going to raid you, and you're going to end up with all of their gear. So you can see there, if you were approaching the base in the night, it looks quite appealing. The lights are on, it looks like someone might be home, and people are going to be tempted to jump up here, see if they can raid you. And the good thing as well about this is that if anyone does get stuck in your trap, you will know about it, you'll hear it. It's really, really loud, you can't miss it, and you'll know someone's in there straight away. You can have a look out your window, and then come and have a look and see what you've got. That's the very basic design of the base. I'm just going to turn everything or upgrade everything to stone now so you can see what it looks like finished. So this is what my version of the base looks like when it's finished. Like I said, you don't need to copy this design exactly, you just need to make sure that you've got this center part, and you've got the airlock behind these two doors, and you've got the airlock above it, and the windows as well. So the rest of the design, you can do it however you want. Again, you just need to make sure that there is a way for people to get up to there so they can jump over and land on there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more Rust trap bases, tips, tricks, tutorials, and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.
Base, but no, mate. As soon as I fall down this, I knew it. I knew it. So kill me. That was actually pretty sick, man. I like the idea of the box and the furnace. Kill me now. I've got nothing, bro.